These are the scenes in downtown Boston. Investigators in decontamination suits searching for clues.
This remains a very active investigation. Our ongoing investigation in various locations throughout the area goes on. However, there are no known additional threats. We continue to interview various witnesses and process the crime scene, which could take some time.
The FBI confirmed the explosive devices were pressure cookers packed with nails, shrapnel and ball bearings. The death toll stands at 3, the number of injured 176.
This was a heinous and cowardly act, and given what we now know about what took place, the FBI is investigating it as an act of terrorism. Anytime bombs are used to target innocent civilians, it is an act of terror. What we don't yet know, however, is who carried out this attack or why.
Media crews have fanned out across Boston, covering every aspect of this developing story. You have cleanup crews at the busy. This, of course, was a marathon run yesterday, and then a makeshift tribute. People coming out to pay their respects, and no guessing who they're out to support today.
Consular services have not found South Africans at any of the local hospitals in Boston and have appealed for any information in tracking down nationals in the city. Sherwin Bryceby's SABC News, Boston.
Now, Sherwin joins us on the line just to give us an update on what's going on. Sherwin, good morning to you. Are there any suspects at this stage?
We have so far no arrests, no suspects, and no motive. And importantly, no one has claimed responsibility for this attack, which often happens in these cases of terrorism. And that tells you immediately just how important the physical and forensic evidence is going to be. The FBI says, they're talking to a variety of people, conducting interviews with people who were on the scene when the bombs were detonated, jogging people's memories, warning Bostonians that they're very likely be showing up, to chat with their neighbors, even themselves. They've requested any clues, photos, videos, which they're scouring for leads. President Obama, again, pointing in that piece, as you heard, to the fact that they don't know who did this, but also saying that it's early days in this investigation.
Now, are there any new details regarding the devices that were used in these bomb blasts?
Well, we're trying to listen to what the FBI is saying on this. What do you get when you take a pressure cooker, similar to what many people have in their kitchens, add some gunpowder, metal shards, ball bearings, nails? Well, then we're beginning to get closer to what went off at this race on Monday, killing the 3 people, as you mentioned, and injuring that number up to 176. This is some of the physical evidence that we understand has now been sent to an FBI forensic lab in Quantino, Virginia, that they hope will give clues, fingerprints, something that can shed more light on where these devices came from.
Now, you said in the report that there's no South Africans that have been found in hospitals. Any reports of South Africans who may have been in the crowds, who may be elsewhere? Any other news about South Africans at this time?
Nothing new on that front, other than to say that we've been in contact with 2 officials from the South African consulate in New York who've been on the ground here in Boston yesterday and literally going from one hospital to the next to track down any South Africans that might have been affected by events here on Monday. So far, all the hospital databases are coming out with no South Africans. These consular officials came to us and said, look, we're appealing that people in South Africa, if they know of friends or colleagues or relatives that are in the city, to reach out to them, even if just to say, look, we're here, but we're okay.
All right, Sherwin, thank you very much. Sherwin Bryceby is SABC News journalist. He is in Boston.